What's up, Zero Division members? Anriku here, and today we're going to be discussing / reviewing Dan Machi, Episode 8, Argonaut, I Want to Be a Hero. Or is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? But Dan Machi, so much easier to say. Now, in this episode, we have Bell versus Zodd the Immortal from Berserk. Just kidding, it's obviously a red minotaur with a fucking sword that was trained. And throughout this entire episode, I'm watching it and I'm like, I just want to see Bell versus this Minotaur. Like, come on now, we know it's coming. Let me see it. And we finally got it. And I have to tell you guys, if you have not watched the episode yet, there will be spoilers as always. But I will tell you to go watch that episode because that fight between Bell and the Red Minotaur was absolutely perfect. It was the best turning point for Bell. To me, it was the accumulation of everything he has gone through, his struggles, basically his struggles as an adventurer. He started off as an adventurer. Hestia was the one that decided to give him a shot, and he's been struggling to become stronger. I mean, he's only level 1. We find out that Eyes is level 6 in this episode, and she defeated a floor boss all by herself on, I think, level 34, where Bell's still level 1, but we come to find out after the battle with the Red Minotaur that all his stats were at rank S. And I think that's what Hestia wanted to tell him before he went off to go on an adventure with Lily, but he stormed off without letting her talk. And that's why she was kind of dumbfounded. She was like, what is up with this skill? This dude already has rank S stats, basically, is what she's thinking to herself. And honestly, how much higher can he go? I mean, rank S seems like it's the highest rank you can have as an adventurer, but maybe there's going to be like rank SS, rank SSS, rank SSS+, I don't know. But right now, it just seems like all his abilities are maxed out. I could be wrong. There has to be another, there has to be more for him to learn and more for him to grow. I can't see it just being him, capped out at this point, if we're going to use RPG terms. So I look forward to seeing just where Bell's going to go from this. And apparently the Hestia, this is the first page in their story together. So that tells me he can become stronger. And we also learned in this episode that stats aren't everything. You need skill and you need strategy. And I think her name is Ryu, the one waitress who used to be an adventurer, tells him that because he wants to know about how to level up. Well, apparently you need skill and strategy, and that's what he's been learning with Eyes. He's been getting more skillful with his knife. He's been learning how to strategize, and those how should I say this? Those type of skills will allow him to utilize his stats at their full potential. I can be an adventurer and I have S-rank stats, but if I don't know how to wield a knife, if I don't get more skillful with my knife or with my weapon of choice, if I don't know how to strategize, I'm going to hold my potential back. And that's what Bell was pretty much told in this episode, and I enjoyed learning about that as a watcher and a viewer as well. But to get back to this battle between Bell and Zodd the Immortal, it was absolutely incredible. I'm really glad that a lot of the Loki Familia showed up at the scene after Lily directed them there, and they were able to see Bell in action and see just how strong Bell is and how much potential he has. He was able to prove himself in the eyes of Eyes, which is absolutely awesome. And that's a really weird way to say that, in the eyes of Eyes. So I really enjoyed that as well, and I was pretty much like on the edge of my seat. I was tearing up. I was clapping. I was so happy for Bell because we've seen this kid struggle. We've seen him go through so many struggles, wanting to become stronger, and finally he was able to break a mental barrier, which was defeating this Minotaur, which sort of plagued his mind a little bit because he would always think about that time. And what put him over the edge was Eyes coming to his rescue again and him not wanting that same situation to happen. So I'm glad we got to see Bell succeed. But at the end, something caught my eyes when I was reading the subtitles. And I think she said Mind Zero. I don't know exactly what that is. Maybe that's supposed to be like the mana. His mana reserves are at 0 because he was using fire bolts at the end to turn the Red Minotaur into an erupting volcano, which was absolutely spectacular. But maybe that's what Mind Zero is. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Or maybe Mind Zero is something else. It's something special. And how about that fucking orgasm that Freya had when she seen Bell defeat that Red Minotaur? She literally had like a smoky orgasm, like a puff happened and she was salivating from the mouth. It was absolutely crazy. This goddess is absolutely obsessed with Bell. And I look forward to seeing how that's going to play out as well. But what are your thoughts on this episode, guys? Did you enjoy that battle between Bell and Zodd the Immortal? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.